how big do you want to grow the company?
So we just laid down a plan. I have very high growth expectations. I haven't talked a whole lot about it, but so I'm pretty open. So our first year in business, we did about just under 1 million in total revenue.
Nice.
Our second year, we did about 1.6. This year, we'll do well over 2. And
Wow,
so
okay.
projecting everything out, looking at growth trends. And this is what I did when I did budget management.
For sure, yeah.
This is stuff I kind of like. And we're working on developing a much more intense plan that just really lays it all out. But as we were looking at that in our team meeting this week, so over the course of the next 5 years, the plan is to grow by about 50% year over year. And
Okay.
so by year 5, we'll be over 10 million a year company. And that's the goal. I think once we get to that point, I'll be able to have the resources to put all the right pieces in the right places to have a fully functioning HVAC company. And so I think that's the problem, because when you're smaller, you just don't have the resources and you're wearing too many hats, doing too many different things. So I think that's where we need to be once we get to about that 8 to 12 million a year in revenue company. That's the sweet spot where we'll be able to have everything that we need to provide all of the services and do everything the way that I envisioned that we'll be able to do it.
Like kind of like how Wirenet has done, huh?
I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar. I
know they've
just know
grown
that
super
they have. I see their vehicles everywhere, and on their vehicles they have every single service.
So they're a great company as far as the business side of it. They're definitely doing things the right way. I see us operating quite a bit differently from them.
Okay.
So there's.
Would you say they were the same type of company as you?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But as far as the services they provide and everything, yeah, they're a direct competitor of mine.
For sure, yeah.
And they're way bigger. They're the big guy in town.
They
are,
sure. Yeah.
But there's 2 different models, and so I'm part of some different like best practice type of groups and people that have done it in the past, and they just really help you as you develop the company. And there's a bunch of these different type of groups out there for HVAC specifically. So one of the models is I don't really agree with it so much. It's more heavy on the sales, and I wouldn't say price gouging, but a lot of what we do, people are in a tough situation. I mean, it's the middle of winter. You got kids. It's freezing in your home. Somebody's telling you that you got leaking carbon monoxide into your house. They're going to shut your furnace off, or you need to get the heat back on right away. It's a high pressure situation, and there's opportunity to take advantage of that, which I don't agree with at all. But by taking advantage of that, you can basically charge like whatever you need to charge. I mean, whatever you want to charge, and a lot of people will just pay it.
Isn't that illegal to price gouge?
Yeah, it is, but
there's ways to get around it, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's just that's why I said I wouldn't really call it price gouging. I'll call it, I guess, more of taking advantage.
Okay.
So
yeah.
a lot of these groups, I think the way that they set it up is to take advantage of those type of situations, and it's more of a hard pressure sales. Like you got to make a decision right now, and that's how they get away with some of the really high prices that they charge for the services that they're providing. So a lot of the growth is fueled by that, just charging more money. It's not fueled by being a better business person or being more efficient at what you do, or any of those things that's going to help you, I think, grow more naturally. It's more pricing and just charging as much as you can to the customer. So we see a lot of that in the industry, and unfortunately, a lot of the really big companies in the nation, that's the way that they operate. And there's another model that you focus more on being efficient and being a good business manager and cutting waste and providing better services and relying more on word of mouth instead of marketing. And you can cut costs down and provide a really solid service and grow a really solid company without having to price things so high and put a lot of pressure on people to make a decision right away. And that's really what we're more focused on in the model that we're trying to follow.
Got you.